Hey guys, how you guys doing? Like a grand day, let's just update each other on our favorite Nasdaq. So far it's been playing out perfectly, and now currently it has reached our destination. Ne? It is inside here. And remember, as much as the bears can do this, if they don't come below this, they still remain defeated because of what they couldn't protect their own zone. So if the bulls can protect their own zone and the bears couldn't protect their own zone, so I'm talking about resistance and support. Support is for buying, resistance for selling, right? So if that pressure of selling was not enough here and the buying pressure was more than it, and it pushed the price above that, it means the bulls still have the upper hand up until the bears can equalize and invalid whatever that they did there. Because remember, when we made that lesson near the trend line, I said if the price comes and forms we need to have like if we want to draw a bearish trend line like we did here, we had the price there and then we had it there, which is lower low. So the only time when you can update it is when you have a new low. So in this case, the lowest point we have was this, and for us to update this trend line and put it like this price must be lower than that. So until that happens, the trend line will remain where it is, right? So it means we will only update the trend line if the bulls give in and lose this battle, like if the bears push the price lower. Like in this case, I doubt it will happen, but it can happen. But based on the current structure, I don't think it's gonna happen. So I think we should wait and see how this guy closes here. I hope it closes like that. Then you can safely start looking for, go on smaller time frames and look for entries to come somewhere there. And if you are lucky, it can also take you all the way to the top. Like, so it's all a matter. It's only a matter of now how does the current bar close. But so far the prediction all the way from here until the current price, it's been spot on. So let's move down and see what's happening on smaller time frames. Remember we said, this type of a thing, we only take it into consideration if it is, located nicely inside a significant area. In this case, it would be what? Inside our support area. So if it is inside support and we have this rejection, then we raise our eyebrows and say, oh, okay, this is interesting. Then we can start to look for stuff like that. But remember, a pin bar we must be able to come above that. We can't just form a pin bar and then fail to go above the range of that pin bar. I hope you still remember that. Then let's drop down to H1. So on H1, if you wanted to draw the zone here, remember how we draw the zone? It will be here. You can just go and watch that lesson where I was talking about how to draw a zone. So this H1 zone is here. It is inside our H4, and it was touched, and then the price did what? When it touched that zone, it did, this was indecision. So you can see that here no one was winning. The body is small and the tail on both sides is more or less the same. So it was just in the bears and the bulls, the power was equal, so anyone can win this battle. So that's where you could have try to bring in the concept of what that buy stop and pin bar that I showed you earlier, where you can just go and plug it there. But remember, you can't put a sell stop. Why? Because we haven't yet taken out the selling power hasn't yet convinced us that we can start selling. For as long as we're still holding this support is still holding, we can't think of selling. But I can go and put what? A buy stop, because we have got this indecision or a pin bar, whatever you want to call it, inside. It is nested inside what? It is sort of located nicely inside our support, our H4 support, and that's where you'll go and you will have put your buy stop there for it to be triggered. And then remember, the stop loss goes below, and you'll be on a smaller yana working positive. Mara, remember, there's some, when we tried there we failed, so there's something here. If you are that trader that just wants to enter trades today and exit today, you could have taken that, and then here you're out. Mara, remember, that's risky, because remember we said Now we need 1:3. So if I'm risking 50, I should be targeting 150. I cannot risk 50 to make 70. I can't do that. It's not worth it. Everyone. So let's do one more, which is M30. So on M30, here's another interesting part. When we touched the zone, we started having the rejection. If you still wanted to use the concept there, let me put my thing there, it would have activated, you went up. I don't know if you would have moved to break even or exited anyhow you want, but then it came back. If you didn't move your stop loss to break even, you would have taken a loss. And then it came back and went lower nyana and still gave you a rejection bar. Then you can go and plug in another buy stop there. And then it failed. The next bars they came and went lower than the pin bar. So when that happens, it means this doesn't exist. Then you can't put it here, you remove it. Right? Then you're waiting again. Then another pin bar, go plug it there. And then remember, stop loss there. And then as soon as it goes above the range of that pin bar, that's when your thing becomes what? A buy. And you can, I don't know, if you're scared, expect some movement there, and then you'll be on the positive side. But so far, if you are entering like that, you must be very careful in terms of how you move your stop loss. You can't just enter like that and then hope that it will go all the way up. Remember, we have to, all depends on how this one closes. So if you entered, even you got an entry even before it closes, it's fine. Mara, you must be very strict with your risk management. If it gives you a chance, move to break even. At least up until that H4 bar closes, then that's when we'll be like, oh, we got a pin bar. Then we have a higher chances of what? Now we can start rallying. That's if this one closes as a pin bar. If this one is a pin bar, then we know we have a chance to go to at least that. Mara, if this comes here, then everything changes now. You remove this from your chart, you take this, you bring it there. That's a new trend line. Then you go back to the old setup, the one that we had over the weekend, where we said as much as it's showing signs of reversals here. Let me just hop into that one quickly. Remember, I think we got rejection bars. Yes, we got a rejection bar here. We are failing to go above. If you're trading weekly, of which I doubt, you would have put your buy stop there. The next bar is going down. It's failing to touch that, so it's not yet convincing. But just because it's dropping like that does not mean we should panic that much. Remember, for as long as it doesn't go below, then it's still active. And for as long as this bar is not yet closed, because remember, anything can still happen up until the weekends or up until tomorrow night around 11 when the thing closes. It can still come and close up there with another rejection bar. Then you're still waiting. If it touches there, and then we can expect it to go to at least that. Whatever. Mara, we said, as much as we're showing all these signs of reversal here, we so wish it could go to this. I haven't removed anything from the lesson that we had. We so wish it could come here. Then that's when you know that there you are pumping it. It's gonna be a long-term kind of a thing. But if that doesn't happen and it turns from where it is now, that's still fine. We can look for buying opportunities to at least here. Either way, we are watching it, and we do have it back up to see if this happens, then I will enter like this. If this happens, then I will enter like this. So keep your eyes open. Just follow the instructions that I gave you guys. All right, sharp. I'll see you in the next one. I'll keep watching it.